Hey, what's going on, guys? Jesse Casillas here, and I'm here to define organizational controls and discuss why they're important. Additionally, I'll provide the 4 steps of the management control process. And lastly, I'll end this video by providing a few, specifically 2 controls that I experience regularly in my professional and personal life. So, let me go ahead and kick it off by defining organizational controlling. And that is the process that's utilized in order to ensure that specific plans are being exercised in order to meet or surpass performance objectives. These controls are extremely important and necessary in order to make sure that, according to the author of Core Concepts of Management, that the right things happen in the right way and at the right time. So let's go ahead and take a look at those 4 steps in the management control process. 1. Establish objectives and standards. And these standards are outputs as well as inputs. Output standards measure the performance results, such as quantity, quality, cost, or time. And input standards measures the effort of work that goes into performance tasks. 2, you have in the 4 steps of management control process, you have measure actual performance. And this must be a very precise means of measuring in order to be effective. The very smallest of differences between the objectives and actual performance can be catastrophic. Imagine a uh, nuclear scientist developing some type of power supply, and if he's not precise, there can be catastrophic events in that lab. Uh, Next is the compare results with objectives and standards step, and this is step 3. And this process will determine if corrective actions must be taken. Um, Within this step, you have a control equation, which is the need for action equals the desired performance minus actual performance. This is used to really determine what action is necessary. And then the 4th step of this process is to take the corrective action as needed. Um, there's a concept called management by exception, and basically what this means is prioritizing the greatest needs first and then focusing on them. So, with that in mind, I'll provide the 2 specific controls that I experience regularly in my professional and personal life. One, the welding process. As many of you know, I'm a welder in the aerospace industry, and when certain assemblies are put together for a plane, a jet, a helicopter, even a submarine, which I work on regularly, there's certain objectives and standards that are developed, usually in the engineering process, and blueprints are developed, weld procedures are put together, shop travelers that lay out the exact work that needs to be done, and this just lays out exactly a step-by-step process of what the worker, in this case myself, needs to do. So the second step of this process is to measure the actual performance. And within the welding process, what this consists of is actually sending these welded parts to the inspection department where they go ahead and take a look at the part, they take a look at the blueprint, they compare, they measure the different tolerances, and we're talking thousandths of an inch here. And they determine basically if corrective action needs to be taken. And if it does, then rework is required if that deviation exists. So, on a professional level, the welding process deals specifically with controls. And then, second, as all of us experience, at least those watching this video, are or is Biola's Canvas software. So I think this is a great example of having controls in our life. Regarding the establishment of objectives and standards, we have our wonderful professor that provides objectives for us, Biola University provides certain standards that we need to abide by. Even ourself, like myself personally, I like to establish a goal of 90% or better within my coursework. So, with that in mind, with the objectives and standards in mind, we can take a look at measuring the actual performance done by myself. And the professor can determine what a specific grade is for the assignment, and then that's published on Canvas. And then she and I compare the results with the objectives and standards. She has her specific standards in regards to providing a letter grade based off the grade that was given to me, the percentage, and then I can take a look at the results and compare that with my 90% or better standard. And if that standard is not being met, then I can take corrective action. And ultimately, what that means is I just need to invest more time into studying and make sure that I do a better job next time. So, those are the two controls that are in my life in regards to the welding process and Biola's Canvas software. I hope you guys enjoyed. All right, see you guys next time.